single, put your hands up. If you're single, put your hands up. So what's going on, guys? We have a live stream. I went out last night, and so I want to talk about my physical firsthand experience on what's going on in the dating landscape today. So if you're watching on the replay, probably want to skip forward about 5 minutes. Gonna let people get up in here. Hopefully you guys been having a good weekend. Hopefully you guys didn't get into trouble on the 4th yesterday. So we're gonna let some people get up in here before we get into the anecdote, the real life experiences that I just saw last night, giving you guys a real update, a real time update on what's going on in Dayton right now. If you watch on the replay, double tap that like button. Mm. So what's going on, just bro friends? What's going on, bro? You guys have a good 4th yesterday? Y'all guys had some fun? Y'all barbecue? Y'all watched the fireworks? What's going on, guys? Hopefully you had a good 4th of July yesterday. As you guys come in, double tap the like button on the live stream. I got to give you guys a recent update of me going out and what's the recent update on what's going on in Dayton right now. It is what it is. Yep. So what's going on, guys? I see more people are coming up in here. You guys have a good 4th of July. What's going on, Hunt for Andrew? What's going on? So yeah, I went out. We gotta talk about this experience I had last night. Speaker man, what's going on? Speaker man, what's going on? Hopefully you guys ain't too hungover from yesterday. Hopefully some of y'all didn't go to jail. I went out, like, the fireworks and stuff was not hitting like it normally do. Am I just tripping? I appreciate you, speaker man. I don't know, was it just me or like yesterday the fireworks weren't hitting like that? The fireworks was definitely not hitting like that. I guess I guess the economy's so bad people can't even buy like fireworks and stuff like that. Or maybe it was just where I was. I don't know. But that fireworks was not hitting. You seen it too, for Andrew? Like the fireworks weren't hidden. Like I'm in my late 20s, right? Um, Mid to late 20s, and like when I was a kid, the fireworks used to be hidden, homie. Like like at 9, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, you couldn't help but hear it everywhere, and you couldn't help but like see like the big like show in the sky and all that. Like this year, it didn't seem like that shit was hitting at all. Ain't that crazy, right? That's crazy, for Andrew. He writes, funnily, there were more fireworks when they were illegal in my state. That's crazy. Yeah, the fireworks, homie. The economy must be squeezing everybody, homie. The fireworks was not it. That was not it. But hopefully, you guys got together, socially, and got to spend time with family, friends. As for me, I went out. Me and my friend Chris. He'll probably come in here on the live stream a little bit later, or he'll comment like he always does. But we went out last night to the stockyards in Fort Worth, and bruh, dating is done for. It's over, homie. Now, granted, it's like it was some good parts to it, and there was some bad parts to it, but it was just like the social dynamics between people nowadays and the younger folks is completely screwed up. Yeah, we gonna talk about it in today's live stream. Also, like this will make me mad about like my Latinas. Shout out to my Latinas, especially the thick ones, the super thick Latinas. Homie, they make you weak in the knees, homie. I don't know about y'all, but them thick Latinas, they be making you weak in the knees, homie. You be like, oh snap. But like, why come all the Latinas I have to have I have to go have a good day? All right, man, we'll see. But like, I got some beef with the Latinas, bro. Like the finest Latin, maybe it's just me. But like the finest Latinas, they be in the gutter, homie. Now you good, speaker man. I know you guys have lives, so I know you guys gonna be bouncing in and out of the live, and sometime it's cool. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. What was going on last night? Let's go ahead and get into it. So me and my friend, we go out to the stockyards in Fort Worth, which is basically just like a whole bunch of like country stuff. And we get out there. It's a decent crowd of people out there. Not anything too crazy, but it's a decent amount of people out there. Um, the women, I ain't gonna lie, like the women was looking good. I ain't gonna lie, like I don't know what it is about like country bars and like is it at the country bars it mainly just be white girls and Latinas, but when there's something extra tight about them cowgirl jeans and that and like their them Daisy Dukes, homie. They be hugging them thighs just right. I don't know what it is. They be hugging in the right places, just right. So the women was looking good. The dudes was looking solid. I mean, I didn't really see too many dudes that was like overweight. Now you always got your overweight dudes and all that. And the couples were out last night, and you can tell some of them just don't like each other. Like we was watching this one couple, and you could just tell the dude was just like he was not into the girl. The girl was trying to get him to do something, but they had like argued or something. And like she trying to dance, he ain't trying to dance. It just like, and so just like for you guys, these single people out there, like just because people are in relationships and you guys get jealous of like other people's relationships, that don't mean like it's a happy relationship. That don't mean everything's peachy and clean. Like people have legitimate problems that they're dealing with, and they're just coping with it and staying with it, just because for different reasons. And so you got your couples where the couples were really into each other, very minuscule amount. And then you got the couples that was just like, just there, getting out the house. It's been a while since they got out the house. And then there was those couples that was just like, nah, like we not feeling this. Like we barely hanging on type to when it comes to those couples. So it's a variation of people that was out last night. So, and then homie, like me and my friend, we was walking past and we seen this multiple times, bro. This is how down bad you dudes are that are in relationships, homie. And like some of you guys, you in relationships with girls that don't like you. Like this one dude who was walking past and like homie, the girl was just eyeballing. I'm like, she's standing right in front of her dude and she reckless eyeballing us. I'm like, homie, these women don't have no shame, homie. Like my friend Chris, he was like, bro, we could have just took her hand and said, come here, and she would have came. Because that she was just that recklessly eyeballing, bro. And then what's up with these chicks, man? Like they are tired, be they be on some straight trying to reveal everything. Like this one chick, she was in a whole relationship with a dude, and you could clearly see like the underbutt, like her Daisy Dukes was purposely like 3/4 of the way on her butt, and so you could see like the little underbutt. I'm like, y'all just, bruh, y'all be in full relationships dressing like slores. That's insane, homie. And it's like it's always when you go out, it's always like that 10-15% of women that just have to slut it out. Like they gotta put the titties out. Like the titties is just damn near out. It's just a little rope just holding them together. And then you always got them chicks where they shorts is a little bit too short, so where they showing their under butt. And like we seen that shit like 20% of the women like dressed like that. Like one in every five. With the short dresses and all that shit too. Like I mean like the women today, they wear like some of the wildest stuff. And if you in a relationship with a chick like that, when she go out to the club by herself on girls' nights out, she gonna cheat on you while your ass in the house, trying to figure out texting her what the hell she doing, if she need to be picked up or not. So it was a very interesting night, so to say, whenever it comes to like observing human nature and observing people. Um, a lot of the stuff that we talk about on these live streams and just in general, different people on YouTube, like it gets validated every time. So if you guys, I guarantee you, if you guys go out, you're gonna see the exact same things that I'm seeing, that we're seeing, and that we're noticing. And so it's increasingly this phenomenon of where women are coping in a way. And this is what I mean by coping. They always they always seem to dance with each other whenever they're not getting the proper attention from men. So it's just like, well, since I'm not getting any attention from men, after they down a couple drinks, they're like, screw it, let's just dance with each other. And then they go on the dance floor and they flip each other around and dance with each other. Because I'm gonna be real with you guys, like the dudes, if there was a clan of dudes and they didn't have they didn't have any girls with them, it was just a clan of dudes, homie, they was just with they homeboys. They wasn't trying to talk to no girls. Hell, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like it seemed like some of them didn't even see half of them. They weren't even looking to like look at the chicks to just examine them. See, like, damn, she fine, damn, she not fine. Damn, what she wearing? She wearing some crazy stuff. Like the dudes last night, they if they was with their homeboys, they was not talking to no chicks. They weren't even looking at them. They weren't even. It seemed like they weren't even interested in them chicks. And homie, and them chicks was dressing provocatively with everything out, and the dudes just did not care, homie. They didn't. They weren't even trying to approach, look that way, none of that. And so, the social dynamics when we, these women complain on the internet all day on TikTok, and they're like, men aren't approaching us no more. Shit, I've seen that shit last night personally. And what's crazy is these women want the attention, because if they didn't want the attention, they wouldn't be dressing so scantily clad. Getting up and gyrating in front of everybody, trying to get people to look at them and approach them. So these women, they get dolled up, they get dressed up so you guys can approach them. But the dudes today is generally not interested in these women at all. They're not trying to entertain them. And I don't know if it's because, we live in like this simp culture, or like dudes is truly checked out, or dudes is just, they either got girlfriends, they checked out, uh, they probably strung out on corn. So what's going on, Diego? I don't know what that means. And so there's like, it's a whole bunch of, the dudes is checked out, bro. Like they not, I went out last night and the dudes is checked out. Like they not trying to approach, look at them women, give them no attention. And who knows what the reason was. It could have been they was in relationships. Oh, okay. I know what that means. Okay. Thanks for clarifying that, Diego. Hopefully you had a good 4th yesterday. We just chopping it up about something I'm noticing on the dating dynamics that as I went out yesterday on the 4th of July. We just chopping it up. I'm sure you guys, if you guys go out consistently, uh, got locked up. What you mean, bro? What you mean you got locked up? But yeah, we just chopping it up about the social dynamics that I noticed last night as I went out. And bro, like I said earlier, like all of the stuff that we talk about, I seen it in person last night. Like women dressing crazy, dudes not interested in women, not approaching them. Now I will, bro. So I'm guessing you got out, homie. I'm guessing you got out, right? Is this like recently, or was this like last night? Like, Diego, what you mean? Yeah, oh, bro, homie. They making it dangerous, homie, to where you can't even deal with these women, homie. So that's another reason why women don't get approached. They like, it's just so easy for them to launch an allegation that could be true or could be false, and the police gonna take their side, and then they gonna put you in jail. Yeah, homie. So it's crazy because like sometimes in the relationships, you get the wrong chick pregnant and she crashing out, and so you just gotta say goodbye to both her and the child and just start over. Shit, women like to shame dudes into being like deadbeats, but shit, sometimes the way the woman be acting so chaotic and unruly, sometimes you just gotta say F it and screw it and leave all of them behind and start over. Just take the loss, homie. Because sticking around just means more torture, chaos, and dysfunction. I appreciate it, Diego. Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate you coming on here and sharing your story, bro. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna add you as a moderator on the channel. Yeah, cause like women think we be making this stuff up, and like you guys come in here and like every day, every time I live stream, it's a dude coming in here saying like, "Bro, I'm in a marriage I hate," or, my baby mother took me through the ringer and all this, and I'm like, dudes is really like we're really down. Dating is really over, homie. Like this is my conclusion when it comes to dating today. You're either going to settle or suffer. And when I say suffer, I mean suffer alone. She upset about me having when I began another BM, when I've been paid for her car note, insurance, and my child, and she don't even cook. That's crazy, bro. Yes, what she trying to do is she just trying to monopolize uh, your attention. She mad it's another woman in the picture. She wants you all to herself. That's what she want. And it's just like, I wish women they create unnecessary problems for themselves, homie. I'm like, most of y'all done dealt with cheating dudes. Most of y'all dealing with dudes that got multiple women. So why don't we just come out and just be real with the shit? Everybody, hey, like I'm dating you and five of the chicks, and that's how nature's always been. That's how mammals have always been. It's always one gorilla with multiple, girl gorillas. Like this, my story. I ain't got, man. I'm only 19. God damn, bro. You got started early. My story. My story is just observing women and dealing with them and noticing like, bro, like the majority of them are miscalibrated for relationships. You can't trust them. They be cheating. Homie, I done seen every level of cheating and deception. At this point, I'm in my mid 20s. Dang, bro. So yeah, yeah, you started early, homie. I started early, bro. Like, and sometimes it get like that. It is what it is. But I knew something was off with dating whenever I was like in college, because I was noticing like the chicks would become flaky. The chicks would like, and this like 10 years ago. I'm like, the chicks is acting flaky. You know, they acting real interested. You approach them and they acting real interested, and then you get the number and they don't text me. So like I noticed that women was playing games earlier in my late teens. I'm like, what the hell going on? And then I found out it's the feminism. It's the strong independent stuff. All the stuff the propaganda they've been taught for years that doesn't work and works against you in relationships. And then you tack on all the legal problems like you're going through right now. Yeah, then yeah, all the legal problems that we're dealing with. All these fake allegations just because a woman don't is excuse me, all because the woman is unhappy and she can divorce you and do all this domestic violence and all this stuff, these false accusations, and put you in jail and all this stuff, bro. Like I was like, damn, it's really down bad out here. You destroy the black home, removing the man, giving him no power over his family. That's exactly the truth. But shit, we didn't got to a point now in society, bro, where like it's just men in general now. Like it started off that way with the civil rights in the 60s and 70s and 80s and all that, and it just got progressively worse. But shit, in 2025, it's in everybody community now. And it has to be like some kind of grand, like, depopulation tactic, because it's like they're incentivizing us not to talk to the opposite sex. And if that happens, that means that the species or your genetics is going to die off. And so it seemed like a depopulation plan or something. It's trying to get rid of a portion of the society, and this is how they're doing it. Feminism destroys your society because as women get to working and they get more masculine, they have less children. And you think Trump helping? I mean, he helped. He doing more than what Scamala would have done. But I think at this point, I mean, Trump, he's gonna try to fix the economy partially within this 4 years. But that bill, it's got some good stuff in it, like from the taxes and stuff, the tax breaks. That's gonna help. But it's like it hiked the deficit up. It added almost 3 billion or 3 trillion more dollars to the deficit. That's already the debt. And so it's just like, it sounds like a short-term fix to help people, but I feel like it's gonna help a lot. But Trump ain't fixing the culture, homie. He not trying to fix families. He not putting out no propaganda of what it is to be an American, what it is to, the American dream, to have a family. Uh, you're not promoting marriage. He not promoting, getting rid of all this. I mean, he got rid of DEI, but at the same time, you know, Scott Bensett, is Secretary of Treasury, is an openly rainbow dude. So I think politics is we can't. It's politics is over, homie. He helping a little bit, but that was dumb. Nobody. I mean that Israel, and I don't even know if we can say that on YouTube, but the small hats and the what's the code word? The Middle Eastern people. I was gonna say that. Um, Homie, that caught everybody by surprise. You like Trump? You never said that you was gonna put us in a and actually help the small hats attack the Middle Easterners. Like, what the hell? That surprised everybody, and most of us didn't agree with that because we like, homie, we wanted you trying to cut tax dollars sending that to Ukraine, trying to cut tax dollars sending that to, Israel. Like, why are we sending all these tax dollars foreignly, these billions of dollars? Why can't we retain that and maintain our culture, maintain our economy, maintain our society? We're trying to help life domestic, life foreignly, but failing to help life domestically. And so that was a huge misstep. And he received a lot of backlash behind that. But again, he's a part of the small hats because his daughter just married into that family. You think civil war could still happen? Absolutely, but I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. It needs to happen. That's the only way to fix society, really, in my estimation. There's no way. There's nobody else trying to fix it, homie. Like, there's nobody else trying to fix our culture. Uh, our government has been infiltrated and corrupt at an all-time level. A lot of dual citizenships in the high levels of government, which is insane because if you go to a different country, you can't be an American and be the president or be, the secretary of whatever in Austria. But in America, a lot of people can be dual citizenships and they can get right into the political spots. So, uh, so I think some sort of rebellion and like revolution. It don't have to be like a physical war, but like a cultural revolution is needed. Yeah, that's true. That's true what you said, Diego. Yeah, King James. Yeah, the Bible been tampered with. Yeah, the Bible been tampered with. Hell, even the small hats, they got the Schofield Bible and tampered with that and inserted that they were the superior people of the planet. So the Bible's been tampered with like 10, 15, 20 times, like hundreds of times throughout history. You honestly don't know what the hell to believe in and what the hell not to believe in. So it's crazy, homie. Like society is not. Society is struggling at every level, homie. And there was a good highlight from last night. There was this one dude that had the gumption to go up and approach this one chick, and he hit the nail on the head, man. And so there's still some dudes out here that's still approaching girls. It's just very minuscule. And plus the young dudes, they were young dudes. They had to be like 20, 19, 20, 21. Nah, you had to be 21 to get in there. So like 21, 22, probably college age. They still immature. They don't know how to speak game like that and just be cool. But yeah, only the boomers are the ones that kicked off the decline of society, the American society. That's for sure. So, but yeah, there was two dudes that still had the gumption. Going back to the main subject of what I was noticing last night when it comes to dating, there were two dudes that had the gumption to come up and approach these chicks, and one of them he's still a little inexperienced. He talking too much. He ain't sitting back in the cut just chilling. The other dude, he hit it right on the head. His game is a little bit different, but his game worked. He kind of like extroverted and kind of wild a little bit, and the chick was feeling him. So it's a little bit of hope out here for the young generation to go out and spit game to these chicks. Them was literally the only two dudes out of like the whole 4 or 5 hours we were there that was spitting game at all. But the dudes there, like we think these dudes, the incels, like, nah, homie, like the dudes that I seen in there, like they was average looking dudes that shouldn't be having no problems having or getting chicks. But it just goes to like how delusional and how bad the mindset is of women. Um, their unrealistic expectations, delusions, their thought process, their mindset. And a lot of these chicks, they don't even look that good for them to even have that kind of standards that they have. And that's because it's the technology, homie. That's what it is. It's the technology. Because you can go on Instagram and all this stuff and get all this validation and day naps and all that. But in real life, if you really bust it like that, you're not about to get approached. Because nobody wants to feel that social penalty. You don't want to be a good looking dude and then go approach a fat chick. You might swipe right on the day nap because she's easy pickings. But that's why in real life, the more technology comes along, the more it's going to disrupt people's mindsets. Because in real life, we see who got it and who don't. But I don't even speak game for real. Women just catch strays. They easy as fuck. Some of them is easy as hell. When I used to party, I would get behind 8 different women in the same club, and all of them went for it because of tall and okay looking. Shit, hey, that's all it takes. I'm like, dudes forgot how to be aggressive. Like that aggression gene, and I ain't mean like aggressive, like try to punch them. And I ain't talking about that. I'm just talking about like talk to the chick, be aggressive in what you want. It's being lost. So, but also too, cause like it had been a while since I've been out, cause I've been working so much and all that. And like I just stopped talking to this one chick I was talking to, so I was just going out, just trying to have a good time, get out the house. So it was like a few chicks that was looking. I'm like, bro, your game gotta always be, your game gotta always be locked and loaded, homie, because you never know. You could be just out doing something random and the chick be looking, all googly eyed at you, and you gotta be ready to hop on and spit. If you always stay ready, you ain't gotta worry about building up and getting ready. How you be moving with them now? Like I said, bro, like last night, there was like 3, 4 chicks that was looking at me, but I was just like, I'm just trying to chill. I just stopped talking to this one chick. We was talking for like 6 months, but and plus I wasn't locked and loaded like I should have been. Just being real, like I wasn't locked and loaded. I didn't have the game ready to spit right then, so it let me know my game a little rusty. I'm a little rusty out here, but we're gonna get back right. It is what it is. But homie, I'm so glad to be single again, bro. Like I just enjoy the freedom more than anything. I can do whatever the hell I want to do. Not worried about having no responsibility to anybody. But nah, there's definitely, like, if you a decent looking dude, you gonna get choosing signals for real. Like dudes be like, I don't be getting choosing signals, and these women don't want to approach. Like, nah, you don't be paying attention, homie. You don't be paying attention, and you don't be ready to be locked and loaded to talk to them. Damn, my key done fell through the damn seat and shit. But I will say this, like, you been to Alaska? Nah, but the chick I was just talking to, she was from Alaska, so she got me this hat. Damn, man, what the fuck going on with this shit? Nah, but I'm from Texas, homie. Nah, I want to go to Alaska though. Y'all probably looking at me crazy, like, what the hell? My key done fell through the seat. Cause me, I gotta get it right now. Cause if I forget, my mom be moving too fast. I forget stuff real fast. There we go. But nah, like some parts of dating is really that bad. And then there's some parts of dating where it's just like, nah, it ain't that bad. Dudes just don't be paying attention. Like a good portion of it is a lot of people today, due to the phone and technology, they done lost how to be social. And that's on the women and the men's side. They done forgot how to be social. They forgot, how to look at a woman and see if she interested or not, and gauging her interest or not. Same thing with the women and the dudes, how to give off the proper choosing signals. Like the whole thing is just technology has hurt us more than it's helped us for real. What's up, Brandy? What's going on? And that's the future. Like I don't see the shit getting any better because the phones gonna keep getting worse. Unless like we get to a point to where AI is everything is just fake on the internet, and so it's gonna force people to go out in real life and do stuff. I appreciate you checking in, Brandy. Uh, which could be a good point. We could be heading to that point in society because if you guys look on YouTube, you guys look on Instagram, it's getting to the point to where you don't know what's real and what's fake. And so with AI and all these different videos being created of fake people and fake, you know, it's emulating people's voices and stuff, it might cause a shift, it might cause a shift where people might have to go out in person to seek what they really seeking for. So it might be a revolution in that way. But really what it is, man, it's really the phone, homie. Like the phone technology has done human nature in, homie. Like for real. You know, people don't got lazy. They don't even want to go out no more. They don't even want to try and go out no more, homie. And it's just like, as a man, you supposed to be a go out and conquer and do stuff and put yourself out there and shit. I don't know about y'all, but like we already know like dating apps. That's a lot of them shits is fake profiles. You know, if you're not good looking enough or tall or have money or whatnot, and you showing that on a dating profile, you're not gonna get no matches. So dating apps is dying, and you get sick of swiping and all this stupid shit. You know, it was really refreshing in that way to go out and just meet people and talk to different people and just to observe people and just to get out the house. Like that was really refreshing. We definitely need to go out and do that more and become more social with people and all of that. Just staying in the house ain't it, homie. That's not it. That ain't it. Life is meant to be lived. The only difference is all the good spots in the city. It depends on like where you positioned at in the city. But like all the good spots in the city, they either expensive or they like, you know, 30, 40, 50, an hour away, 30, 40, 50 minutes away. That's the only drawback to living in a big city. So, what do you got when you guys go out? What do you guys notice whenever you guys are noticing the social dynamics between the men and the women? Because the women, I ain't gonna lie, like the women, I could tell, like some of them, they like, damn, like I got dressed up. Um, you could just tell, like in their body language and stuff, how they moving and maneuvering. You could just tell, like they like, damn, like I got dressed up. I got my titties showing. I got my butt showing. I got the makeup dialed up. It's like, damn, I just want a dude just to come up and talk. I just want a dude to just acknowledge me or something. You could just tell like it was on these women's faces and they were just desiring it and they just couldn't get it. And so you could tell a lot of them were walking out in frustration and some of them were walking out, or just coping with it and dancing with their girls. Because one thing I didn't see either is a woman approach a dude. I didn't see that not one time last night. But we did have some weirdo shit. You gotta let me know. Like to me, this was weird, homie. Like we was sitting on the top of the second floor. Me and my friend Chris. We sit on the top of the floor, looking down on everybody. And that's a tip for you guys. If you guys try to go out to the club and all that, or just go out in general, try to get to that second floor. Get to the higher ground. Like in the military, to get to the higher ground. But anyway, we up there, we chilling, we just talking, observing people. And then it's these two chicks right beside us. And so I don't pay no attention to them. They look older and all kinds of shit. And so, but anyway, we just talking. And then one of them just gets up and like, they got like a mic or something. I'm like, you're trying to do like a street interview? What the fuck going on? And so I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Like, how you just gonna randomly, interview somebody and not ask like for their consent or like not ask like what's going on, bro? That don't make no damn sense. So I'm like, was she really like interested in talking to us, or was she like just shitty in like her approach and coming to social media and whatnot? That was an awkward situation. And then she gonna ask us like, um, what's one good thing that your ex would say about you? I'm like, okay, here we go. So I will tell you this, like if you're not tuned up on going out and getting used to talking to people, you're gonna go out and be a little rusty. That's for sure. But yep, you guys noticing the same things in the dating when you guys go out? What you guys seeing? You guys comment in the comment section what you guys think in the chat. Engage with the live stream. I'm anxious to see what you guys got to say. And then some of the chicks, I ain't gonna lie, like so it's a good portion of the chicks that was like, there was definitely some very attractive women there, which is like 10, like which is like 20% of it, 15, 20% of the women that was there. But most of the chicks was like average and like unimpressive a little bit. And so like the quality of women that you would like to approach just wasn't there. I will say that. And then also like some of these women, they be having terrible habits, and some of them habits be turnoffs. Like we seen this one chick, super thick, hella thick. She like light skinned. She probably mixed. And homie, like she done got up like 5, 6 different times, homie. And she done drank like 8 drinks. And then she got up and left. Like none of that shit phased her. And the reason why I know she had 8 drinks is because she left the drinks on the table. And so these women be alcoholics and shit. And like, I mean, it ain't nothing to like not expect when you going out. It is what it is. But some of these women, they have habits that are like turnoffs and shit. And like, you guys, she one of them chicks you guys go out and with, and you take her out, and she want to get like liquor and alcohol, driving up your bill and shit. But that's one of the things that dudes don't know. Like, a lot of the dudes be thinking like the women just like the bad boys because it's chaotic and all that stuff. Nah, sometimes the women like the bad boys because they got the smoke and the drink. And these women today be easy with the smoke and the drink, homie. They be easy. Unfortunately, we've gotten to a space to where if you're a goody two shoes guy that don't like to, you know, dabble a little bit in that stuff or eat or pretend like you do, you're gonna miss out on a lot of box. And it's all good to you if you're trying to get a quality woman in a relationship. But women today, man, they into some wild shit. What's going on, Chris? That's my friend that I went out with last night. You guys go give Polka Dot um, subscribe on his channel. He be dropping a lot of fire content when it come to college football. Bruh, we was talking about a lot of shit early on this live stream, bruh. A lot of things. me and Diego, we went off on the deep end talking about politics and stuff. And then we started talking about girls again. So, Chris, you let me know, bro, because, like, since we got a decent amount of people in here, like, it seemed like dating is bad, but it don't seem as bad as we think it is sometimes. Because, like, it's still, if you know how to, like, interact with people, if you're not socially awkward, there were opportunities for you last night, or for men, or for people in general. But I think what last night confirmed more than anything is that people just don't have any social. They don't know have any social awareness, or they don't have any social skills anymore. And yeah, there's a portion of people that's checked out of dating and don't want to approach and all that stuff, and the juice ain't worth the squeeze. But if you really, if you a dude that looked decent like we was, and you was paying attention, like there was opportunities, bro, for real. Yeah, we seen them both good and bad. It was a good, healthy balance. The good probably, I mean, the bad probably is like dudes are checked out, and we could tell like the chicks was getting frustrated because they dressed up wearing some wild shit, got their titties out, got their butt showing, and no nothing. Except the dude with the Trump hat, he had the Trump hat. He was approaching shit. I think he approached like two different girls, and the light skinned dude, he was approaching two different. I think they both approached two different girls. Besides them dudes, bro, nobody, the dudes weren't even looking at women, bro. But like the good, I would say, is like that we saw last night is like, if you're a well put together dude, and you socially aware, and you know how to communicate to people, like there was opportunities for you to interact with women. But you got to be locked and loaded and ready to shoot. That split second, you got to make that second decision. And if you're not used to doing that, it's going to atrophy that muscle a little bit. Positive vibe. And you secure the number, bro. Take your win and get out of there. Yeah. Yeah, like the little college dudes that we was noticing, like one of them was just talking too much, homie. Like he just immature and inexperienced. That's all it is. I ain't bagging on dude. He just a little inexperienced. But the thing that threw me off last night, Chris, that I didn't understand is like the two chicks that was sitting beside us, and they was older chicks, and they like they was hitting us with the TikTok content. I'm like, that I don't know, that shit kind of threw me off because, like, I don't know, it's like not the way you would do that. Oh yeah, I did tell them how we got interviewed. I'm like, I couldn't tell if like that was like their subtle way of shooting a shot, or like they just super shy like podcasters or whatnot. Because after they interviewed us, we didn't see them that one time at all. And like the interview that they did shoot with us, that little 2 minute thing, they doing it in the middle of live music and stuff, and you can't even hear us probably. So I don't know, that whole thing just like threw me for a loop. I'm like, are they like interested in talking to us, or were they like just like really there to like interview us? I don't know. That's another thing that you notice when you go out and you hadn't went out in a while. You know, people don't normally do things just for out of the kindness and just for the. There's always a motive usually. Yeah, I don't know what they seem. I don't know, bro. That was awkward. Cause like if we was to shoot some content like that, we would be like, hey, like we would be upfront with. We'd be like, hey, yo, we made content, and um, you mind answering some questions and consenting to this. We're gonna put this on the internet for everybody to see. If you don't want to be on the internet, I understand that. But if you do, we'll ask you these questions. And they're like, yeah, okay. And then you fire up the camera and then you ask them the questions and all that. But like, it was none of that. Yeah. And I noticed that too. Like a lot of chicks last night, they were not married. Even if they was with couples and even if they were in couples and relationships, they weren't cuffed up. They weren't married, bruh. And that's why I guess why some of them was, even though they be in relationships and couples or whatnot, they was still recklessly eyeballing. And so that's definitely one of the bad things I noticed about dating last night, homie, is homie, that woman ain't yours. It's just your turn, homie. Like me and Chris, we seen like at least 2 or 3 chicks last night that we was just walking past them and like they recklessly looking at us. And we like, bruh, you standing right in front of your dude, homie. And she just I'm like, wow, these homie, they don't care. They don't care, bruh. And if you one of them dudes in a relationship like that, you need to cut that chick off for real. Cause whenever she go to girls' nights out and you ain't there, homie, bruh, she shooting her own shot. And that's the thing. Like you think when these women cheat, you think they just be out there and a dude just approach them and the dude be looking good. Hell nah. These women be putting themselves in positions and they be shooting they shot at the dudes, homie, even though they know they in a relationship with another dude. It's it's crazy, bro. It's diabolical out here, homie. If you guys are out here trusting these women, bruh, if you dating a chick right now and she like to party and you don't be going to all her parties that she go to, homie, she gonna cheat on you. She gonna cheat on you, homie. That's for real. So yeah, just because she in a relationship, that don't mean she in a relationship. And that's why some of these dudes be getting bold. You ever see them videos online where the dude be in a relationship talking to the chick and another dude would just walk in and talk right to her while he's standing right there because she's choosing. But yeah, we creeping up on an hour. And so I think I done said pretty much everything I noticed last night. And so like I said, like dating, what we noticed last night, it wasn't completely bad and it wasn't completely good either. Like we definitely seen some of the problems that are like we talk about on a consistent basis. Um, in real time. And then there's still a little bit of hope of like people like, you know, wanting to be approached and talked to. So, yep, I think we're gonna get up out of here. You guys got any lasting comments you guys want to put in the comment section? As you guys come in and as you leave, exit out, double tap that like button, double tap the screen and hit the like button. Shit, I'm probably about to go to sleep. I'm about to go take a nap and then go head to the gym again. Head to the gym again. So yeah, we're gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate you guys coming in here on this Saturday morning. Hopefully you guys had a good last July 4th yesterday. Hopefully you guys recovering today, spending time with family, recovering, having a good 3-day weekend. So I'm gonna be on the live stream tomorrow morning as well. You guys be on the lookout for me. You guys have a good day, good rest of your day. Hopefully have a good rest of your weekend. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace. I'm dropping another video as well, another short video at like 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. So you guys be on the look on that for real. Peace. See you guys in the next one.